Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our special talk of TCI Alumni Talk. Today, we're going to talk about the topic, the power of technology and creativity in business. As you know, our TCI program is mainly focused on interdisciplinary. So we mostly focus on creative, business, and technology. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kanyutapong Nopakun. I am the Assistant Program Director of the TCI program. And I would like to welcome our three speakers. We have Kun Gop Warawit with us. We have Kun Min Piyamin and also Jerry Jirapat with us right now. And Kun May Sakonwan will be joining us around like 4:15. So yeah, welcome everybody. And let's start introducing yourself from Kun Jerry. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Kun Bat. Nice meeting you all. So yeah, this is Jerry. So I'm currently working as a program manager for New Energy Nexus, which is like a network of accelerators that help climate tech startups globally. We are an NGO, but we work as a startup and we support startups from the US, Thailand, India, China, as well as that in Africa as well. A bit of my background. So my background is a bit more on the business side. I joined TCI on the business side. Basically, at the time I was still working at True, working as like a VC, working with startups. So my background is mainly like from, I'll be speaking more from like the investor point of view as well as like the startup point of view. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome, Jerry. Okay, next one, Kun Min. Kun Min, can you like introduce yourself and a little bit about your background, please?
Sure, certainly. Thank you, Kun Bat. I'm Min. I'm a consulting manager at Genocide Consulting, which I founded this team as a part of Genocide Digital Group. Basically, what I do is like developing the strategic plan and digital initiative for the government mostly. But sometimes I also work for the private sector, like designing data or technology use case like AR, VR, leveraging the like innovation and strategic thinking. I also have like some similar experience like Kun Jerry in the global startup firm before coming here. And my track is also like business. So very nice to meet you all here.
Okay, welcome Kun Min. And our last one of the speaker right now is Kun Gop Warawit. Good afternoon, Gop.
Hi, Sawasdee Krab. Hi everyone. My name is Gop Warawit. I work as a co-founder and director of operation at Trash Lucky. Give me 1 minute to introduce about the Trash Lucky. Trash Lucky is the Thai startup that incentivizes Thai people to recycle. We allow the Thai people to convert their recyclable into the ticket through the trash to landfill program. With the mission is to divert the plastic waste into the landfill and ocean with the vision plastic-free ocean. For my background, actually I worked for 10 years in Thai startup, for three Thai startup in operation department. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, so as you can see, we have three. Actually, we're gonna have four. Like I said before, that Kun May will be joining us like in 10 minutes because now she has meeting. And Kun May right now is working in Metaverse and also in the Monk game. The Monk is one of the biggest animation company in Thailand, and now they try to expand their business sector into the game division. Okay, so now it's really glad to have you on. As I told you, actually, our cohort have very variety of people with experience and background. But today, our alumni talk, we focus on the business. So these are only some of our students that are really expert in business, especially. Okay, start back to Jerry. Jerry, before you coming to decide to study at TCI, what were the word creativity or creative in yourself? Like, can you describe yourself, the creative part of yourself? The mic, Jerry, man.
Okay. Yeah, I would say I'm not like the most creative person back then still. I'm more like, well, I was more intrigued by like startup and that creativity in doing the like finding new ways to solve like a problem basically. So I think for me, what I previously think as creativity is something that's like, out of the box, something like original, something like that's useful, that are able to like fix like a problem. So I mean, that's why I think in my case it's more about like originality and usefulness. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now to Kunmin. So how can you describe yourself, the creative part of you, since you're really into like the business side more?
Okay, so in business context, creative is sometimes like relate with emotion, and mostly we don't do emotion here. So, but actually, I have like some creativity term that I personally use for my team. When I talk about creativity, I think it's about the resourcefulness. Like when sometimes when I have to design like the new solution or the new strategy for the client, we have to have like being creative in this way is about being resourceful. We have to know a lot of things and explore to a lot of things before like coming to the conclusion, the creative solution that we give to the client. But of course, we have to have like some figure and number to back it up. It would be like different kind of creative compared to what like I learned here actually.
Okay, so it's like the creative side still like under the business, like the main topic is business, and the creative is like the subtopic from that, right?
It's kind of something like that. It's not like purely creative, but it have to have like something to back up. Yeah.
Okay, so now come back to you, Goff. So can you explain yourself? But actually, you have a creative background. Why can you tell a bit more before become like Goff from Fresh Lucky?
Okay. For the creativity in my mind is the thing that can help the people have a better life, or the creativity create the new things or new product or services for the people. So I think the creative is no need to be a new thing, but it can use for create, for to do a new thing. For example, for the Lucky Doll have more than 100 years, but for the first time in the world, Lucky use the Lucky Doll for do like a trash to refer program. It's like to use the old thing to create the new thing. I think this is the creativity. Yes.
Okay. I'll start sending invoice to you because you promote the Trash Lucky so much. Okay, so in case people didn't know, Trash Lucky is, like Bob said, it's a recycle platform. It's like an application that you can also, the name is like Trash Lucky, so you can win the prize, which is the biggest one. Is like okay, I really don't know how to say it in English, but it's a 20 baht gold that you give to the winner. So if you recycle, you join the campaign, you will have a chance to win like a car. You gave out a car before.
Yes. And actually the next 2 weeks we will launch the new campaigns of the year, the grand campaign for this year. We partner with more than 10 partners like at the mall, Lotus, Shell, something like that, to give the grand prize about 2 million to the people that recycle with us. Follow us www.trashlucky.com. Thank you.
Okay, so if I send an invoice, what is the number of the company I need to put in? just kidding. Yeah, but it's really interesting, because how can you make recycle more fun? That uses creativity to add up with your startup platform as well. So okay, that's one thing. And actually the creativity doesn't really limited in just some of the core courses that we provided here, because most of what you guys have talked about is involvement with the design thinking and the lean entrepreneur, and that stuff that you need to understand the user. But right now I would like you guys to share your experience about studying the creativity core courses, such as building the virtual world, or we have the improvisational acting, we have the creating some film like visual storytelling. So Jerry, do you find it easy or hard, or how do you feel from like a very business person like you have to study and expand more the creative side of yourself?
I mean, it's well, I would say for me, some like the subject is really difficult. Like I'm so new, when you're on the other side, as like a person who like to watch like movies, anime, all the art and the storytelling, and you appreciate like those arts. But now you're on the other side of making one, from zero. Like I still remember the day where we had to start like drawing storyboards, and I remember myself, oh God, like I need to go back to my, I don't know, like when I was like 10 years old drawing stickmans walking around in the storyboard, and I feel embarrassed, but I think it's a fun experience, and it really get you thinking of another side of yourself where you have to use your head on like design, how to design a zine and the story where you can captivate like the audience, making them feel about like certain emotions, and that's pretty much like ties into business in a way where whenever you design a product and you have to concern about like customer experience, what are they like feeling, what's their current like pain points, and how do you solve that? And I think that's a good it's a good practice in another way, like at least I got to practice my drawing skills again as well as my emotional skills. So I mean, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and did it help you like the way you do more pitching right now, or does it really increase your ability in engaging people or presentation more?
I mean, like some of the subject itself is like, for example, building virtual world really helps in terms like the tech side. So you have the design side for like storytelling. How do you like what are like the sequences in normal like human psychology when you present? What's the most like succinct and like get the message through? And that's like message design, right? And you design the deck, you design the message. But on the other side, you have a thing where when you want to design those experience and actually make one into VR, then you have building virtual world, which also is quite I would say it's quite a challenge because I have no background in IT, and when we beginning to have like code and all those stuff, building like the whole experience was quite challenging, but it's rewarding. I think like after having through it from like the whole cohort, and I think eventually it's quite a valuable skill, making VR, as I think it's like not a lot of people can do that, and you got to do that here. So I think that's how I feel.
Right. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, Min, you also doesn't have like the tech background as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel like you have to adopt new knowledge from like Unity or some other stuff that you need, coding or blockchain and stuff? Can you share it with us, please?
I think there's like for me there's like two perspectives. The first one is about when you have to do something like really did it by yourself, like Unity. I would say at first it really is suffering.
Can you explain like explain more, because I think suffering is good actually, because people is fighting for something new. You're expanding your skill. Of course you're gonna suffer. Of course you're gonna have some obstacle that you need to go through. So can you tell us more about it, please?
Yeah. Because like it's quite very different from what I work in like my daily life. It's not something that I like hope to get like to write C# or something like designing character. So that is in the way that it suffer is like because it's totally new for me. But when sometimes like pass it like becoming more fun, and I think it really help in the way that make me understand how like developer work. And when we understand how developer work, or like when the people on the operation field work, we would as a consulting person myself, I will be able to like generate more feasible plan for them. So it's really like helpful. And I would like to like maybe speak in the like more broader term. I think that overall like knowing all about the upcoming technology like the VR, AR, blockchain is very valuable. But personally, I find that like the class that benefit me the most is improvisational acting actually.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us more? Like, okay, actually, just tell us in your own word, what is the improvisational acting that you're talking about?
It's a class that make you like interact with the context, interact with people without the prior plan. It's like acting in the moment. I think like just act.
And what does really change you or add to your skill?
I think it's like taught me in how to be open-minded and accepting anything that throwing at us, and make me understand how like living in the moment really mean. And the practice
sound like Buddhism.
Yeah, sound like Buddhism from like suffering is good.
Yeah, because we have to like very very highly focus on that moment. Yeah. And also another thing that I really like is the practice of the yes and, like yes and it have to, it's been something that's very valuable in various contexts, including that like the business context, like interacting with the client or even colleagues. Because every day we can have like the conflict with client, and we can have like something that we want to add on and build up on the idea of the other, and the yes and concept really like bit useful for that.
Wow.
Yeah. So now people like me can navigate disagreement like and add value to the other opinion easily. I think.
Wow, that's very insightful. Thank you, Min. Just to clarify more, or give me the people who viewing us right now, improvisational acting is taught by Kun Piwara or Ajahn Third. He is very expert in acting, and he worked with like Rachada Rai and a lot of acting right now. So the purpose of improvisational acting is like for you to give you like a sudden topic that for you to solve and then react to it really sudden, so that the way that you have reaction to the problem in front of you and being really active in front of the crowd is really useful in many things. You're going to understand the character you're going to make in a game or anything in the future. Or when you're facing problem, you don't froze, you don't stun. You can use creativity to solve your problem that you're facing right there, right on the point. Okay, Kap. Thank you, Min. And now to Golf, you can pick one. Any core course or any selective that you think is involvement with your creativity and you really enjoy it. Enjoy or suffer.
Yes,
anything is cool.
Okay. Actually, we are the businessman, right? So we know only like finance, operation, marketing, and we don't know much about the technology behind the scene or technology that we use for the business for right now. So I love the UX UI design class from Ajahn Kamin, because that before I attend the class, this class, I don't know the principle or the logic that to design the application or website or anything, right? So so from right now, after the class, I complete the class, I can deeply comment like a UI to my team that this one good, this one not good, this one is not good, something like that. So I think this card is helped me a lot as a founder who develop the application every year for our member. So I love this card. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Because you can really use that for understand the aesthetic and really the interaction that's going to be useful for your application as well.
Yes. So right now I can tell them that just share the link of Figma and I can design. Before the class, I cannot do anything. Don't know about the Figma, but right now I can design in the Figma and teach them how to use the Figma some feature. Yeah.
Okay. You can see in some. Yeah. Now like Unity is open up for register for like the Vision OS. So you can learn the UX UI for immersive glass in the
Yes,
future
yes.
as well. Maybe you have
Yes,
a
for
trash
sure.
lucky immersive glass.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should do
Yes,
a
for
immersive
sure.
lucky drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to clarify a bit more because Piyamin, you also have some like did some projects that you plan in immersive. We have a course called Foundation of Creative Innovation, which is FCI. Mostly it teach by Dr. Priyakon Pusawiro or Ajahn Jun, and she teach about interaction design. So can you share us like from a really business background person, and now you have to think more about like the technology behind the projection mapping, the immersive exhibition. In your idea, how do you feel to have to create or think about this such project?
Wow.
Sorry, I just dropped that boom to you, but I know you can answer it.
Yeah, it's a bit like difficult to talk about that project yet, but okay. So in my perspective, it's like the creative project is in a bit like difficult for me because I never thought about doing the thing that's mostly emotional. to be honest, I think like the interactive design is about how you like would like to make people feel, how would you like to make like people immersed in some experience, and especially in the creative way that make them feel something or they want to do something. It's not an area that I used to do. So at first I think it's very difficult, but luckily in the FCI we got a teammate, right? And that's when like jigsaw come together. So when we got a teammate, we have like the creative person who can design the sound for the audience, and also have the technical person who could like develop the coding and estimate all the thing about the technical thing, like how we would use the projector mapping, how would design the like sensor thing. So my role in that team is about like I try to project manage, and I get into how customer think and feel, and try to make that research to for everyone, explain everyone how the customer and our audience would be, and how could we like design this together. And even though it's like difficult at first, but when we have a team, I think it's not that difficult when we actually do it.
Okay. Thank you. And right now we have Kun May. Kun May, hello.
Hi. So sorry for just came here. Just finished another meeting.
All right. Okay. So Kun May, can you like introduce us, like yourself, your background, what you're doing right now?
Yeah, okay. Sure. So, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is May, and I'm honored to be here as the alumni of CMKL University, where I complete my master's degree in technology and creative innovation. And currently, I hold a position at the Monk Studios, where originally is the animation studio. But right now, we also have like the gaming department working on the Become Metaverse project, which I focus on like gaming development, and also for me, I do the business strategy. So today I'm excited to share my experience and some insights with you guys.
All right. What were you doing before you jump into you convert yourself into this gaming industry part?
Well, actually, it's interesting because I didn't have like experience in this industry before at all. Like I used to work in hospitality, like used to work in a 5-star hotel like back there in like 2015, and I started working at the Hyatt actually. And then as everyone knew, like COVID came, and by that time like the tourism industry couldn't really like survive, or like it wasn't doing well at all. So I thought about myself that I had to do something to like improve myself, or like do something that is up to date and like currently in the trend. So like I didn't know how to start except for like maybe I had to like studying in like master degree, so that I like know something that I didn't have for my like bachelor degree. So I decided to join like this program, and they teach a lot of things like building virtual world and like blockchain, and even like improvisational acting class. These things are quite new for me. So yeah, that's my background. But also like before joining the master degree, I also like had a chance like just a little bit like working as the business development for the tech startup, but it was more for the IoT startup, like Internet of Things. But that's why that was another reason why I think I need to improve my knowledge as well, because I got a job but I didn't have much knowledge. So what can I do? So yeah, just join the program, and then I also changed to the gaming industry.
Okay. So before this, we were talking about the creative core course that we provide for the student. But to make it shorter for you, what are the things that you learn and you really use it in real life, since you really, we have an introduction to blockchain, and now you don't know about blockchain before, but now you really work like almost 1000% in the blockchain. So can you tell us about that too?
I would start from like by immersing myself in the study of like not only blockchain but study of VR or like improvisational acting class. I think I gained a comprehensive understanding of this area and their potential applications, and I think this knowledge has been what can I say, like invaluable like in my current role where I work in the gaming industry or like Web3 industry. Understanding of VR has allowed me to explore the like immersive or like engaging experience for user, while the principle of the improvisational acting class also have helped me to develop the confidence or like effective communication skill for like public speaking engagement, because I also had some opportunity to like speak in front of like 300 or 400 people for my work. And if I didn't have this class, I wouldn't have like much confidence to do so. So about blockchain also provide me insights into like the transformative potential of like decentralized technology, and together like these areas have expand my horizon and equipped me to tackle the challenges of the rapidly evolving technology landscape.
Wow, you're speaking like we are listening you talking on stage right now.
Sorry. Yeah.
Actually,
maybe I study too much.
Cool.
I saw her in the stage of the APEC summit.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question I would like you to share is like just like our topic as the power of technology and creativity in today modern business, because I guess nowadays the modern business project does not really involve just one side of the knowledge, just like technology or just creativity, but it's like a mixture of it. So how really essential, and can you talk more about like most of the project that really coming up nowadays? Jerry, you're up. I know you can answer like one of the really
what's the question again? So why is technology so important?
Yeah, technology and creative is important for the modern business nowadays.
Oh, okay. Difficult questions indeed. No, but I think it's quite an interesting question. I mean, without going into like the philosophical side of it, but I think so technology all start from science based, right? We think it's like we like some nerdy people make like codes, and then you have this beautiful like product that help people, saving like people's life and make people's life easier. Well, okay, that is that, but making it is one thing, but having made something beautiful and easy to use is another thing. So I mean that requires a lot of like creativity, as well as like the designing that goes into it, as well as like a lot of like passion. And I think all these like technology trends that are happening, whether it's like AI, whether it's like MR, VR, you have like the Apple glass thing that looks like a scuba diver kind of like glass. But
Vision Pro,
if you
Vision
look at
Pro.
the actual functions of it, it's really useful, it's like immersive enough. So I mean all those stuff is designed on like the basis of like creativity. If they create something new that is based and have real applications with the people, and they made it beautiful and easy to use. So I mean all those stuff requires a lot of like creativity, definitely, but also definitely requires like a lot of passion for this area. I think there will definitely be new technology that keep emerging, but technology is just a tool. Without I think creativity, without the people of what it was meant to be used for, and the ease of use of that, I think that requires a lot of like like people who are passionate and learn about like the customers basically, and really like design something that's like good for them. So yeah, I think it's the creativity is the core of that, which will never fade. Yeah, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, Min, so can you share with us, like, since you really have experience with a lot of business projects as well, how it's really essential that you need the knowledge of technology and creativity to know how to consult or to run the project, like the modern projects now today?
I think for most of the project nowadays, technology is a part that inevitable. It has to be in every project, whether it's about like long-term strategic planning project, designing action plan, or even like marketing project. Every project had to have some technology part in the like top view overview. But I think that's how like technology is very, very, very important in strategic planning or in the strategic view. However, about the creativity, I think it's like sometimes it's missing in my own project. But sometimes it has to be the element that has to be in like a lot of projects, especially like marketing project. I think if I say in the like simple term, I think technology can help in the strategic thinking, and for us like for model project that have to be included, and creativity is help us think in about the tactic, in about how we do things, because like at the first episode we point out the direction and we never point out how we do things, and the creativity come in and say that in a way that we could do things that make people feel good. You could do things that make people feel value with the creative approach. I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Min. Thank you. Golf Cup. So now it's your turn. Are you gonna promote more about Trash Lucky?
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, be creative,
Okay.
What's the question again, please?
You're not listening to me at all. You're not even listening to your friend. Okay, the question is like, you also join a lot. This is a little bit adaptation for you, especially for you as well, because you join a lot of program where you meet new startup, right?
Yep.
You see. Even recently, you flew to Japan to join a campaign, but maybe that is more about like environmental, agricultural projects, right?
Yeah.
But okay,
yes.
For the modern business projects, how do you think is really essential? What kind of creativity, technology that you need to know to make a good project and to be successful with it?
Okay, I would love to speak about the operation part. So for example, for my business, right, we cannot scale with the manual work. So I think that the technology can help us scale. Like some process we cannot use the manual workflow for scale, because we cannot burn the money to hire like manpower to do some job, right? So I think technology can help us develop the process of work and help my business to scale to the national or international or regions and global in the future for sure. So I think that technology can help some process of work for me.
That is like on the workflow part. And
yes,
talk about Trash Lucky. How much do you put on creativity? Is there like more people working behind the creativity to make it more interesting, or you put that on design more? Can you like explain us?
Yes, actually we use the creativity. From now we develop the smart recycling bin for the people to drop off the recyclable at the smart, we call smart bin, right? So right now smart bin don't have much about the creative or creative in the smart bin. So right now I work with the team to develop and make more engaged with the smart bin for the member. Like I use the AR or VR to engage with the bin, or design the gamification for the member to join, like scan and got the point from smart bin allow Bangkok, something like that. Yes, something like that. We use the creativity to adopt to our business model. Yes,
like you use the creativity to increase the user experience.
Yep, 100%.
Encourage adoption, engagement, video churn, all of stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You're supporting each other because you guys come from the same capstone project as well.
Yeah, I wish he could put more reward into like the smart bin, for like the lottery. For the team.
Yeah, because Thai people like lottery, and we in the future we might have like the receipt lottery like Taiwan, and we have that idea that when you're shopping, when the tourist shopping, and you might win something from that as well. That's also like creative on the user experience side. Okay. Now
actually I designed like a smart bin to like a slot machine to drop and got the something. So but it cannot do in Thailand for now because of the legal. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a gamble.
Yes. Cannot right now, but maybe in the future.
Okay, you might change the Trash Lucky color to gray, like Trash Lucky Sea Tao. So it's
maybe.
Just kidding. Okay, Kun May, now it's your turn. But I know that what you're doing right now is, do you say it's more in creative part, or more you have to put on like the technology part, or business as well? How do you balance it? Yeah.
I think for me personally, I think it's more for the business part. But like for my company, it's more for the creative part. It's just my role is just not really that. But in the gaming industry where I work, so I have witnessed remarkable examples of like how combination of business, creativity, and technology has driven success. Like take the development of the highly engaging MMORPG like game, if you know like what kind of game that is, like MMORPG, like like those multiple role-playing game. As an example, like my favorite game like Fortnite, by blending strategic business planning and like innovative game design and also advanced technology. Like if anyone has played Fortnite before, that like this game, they combine like like the technology nowadays, and then they partner with a lot of like brands or like the business to like maybe partner with their skin and make like the skin of their avatar, so make a million of people like love this game. And also I feel like this game also attract millions of players worldwide, like creating a thriving like community and also substantial revenue streams like for this game. And also in like for my game, I also like want to do the same, but maybe like focus on locally more. And I think another like exciting case for rapidly like growth of like the combination of like this thing is the e-sport, like through effective business strategy and also like creative event production and like cutting edge of technology nowadays. Like e-sport has emerged as like global phenomenon, like captivating like both players and also like what is it called, like spectators. Like I think you can see a lot of examples nowadays. Yep.
Okay, so we can say that the game nowadays, you need creativity and some new technology to put into it, but still you need to put the business part that this thing can expand and become popular, that a lot of people come play it and it become a famous game that people compete in it in like an esport, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, okay, that's really insightful. And you know, like, okay, since I am like the class of 2022, so I'm like the older version of them, and I see all of this alumni since day one, and especially Kun Mei. Kun Mei, I don't think Kun Mei can talk anything about game the day one you step in here.
I called to Pibaj, like, Pibaj, can you tell me what is NFT? It was like I had no idea about it before.
Yeah. And now look at you, the way you talk, you seem like, wow, this is like a really
I wouldn't say
talk.
I'm the expert or anything, but for me, I think like if you are really interested in knowing something and even to study a little bit more and you understand the basic of like this thing, I think you step ahead than most people already. So that's why I think like coming to this class also give me a lot of like useful knowledge that can advance my career as well.
Wow, you already you steal my next question.
Whoops.
All right. Okay, it's okay. So this will be like the last, like kind of like the last question. But okay, before we jump into the last question, like can we, since we have like two person from the same capstone project that you have worked together, so maybe Jerry or Goff, can you tell us about your capstone project that you do, and you know, the mixture of technology, creative, and business, how that become your project? Anyone?
Sure, thank you, Jerry. You can. Jerry, you can. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Basically, so yeah, me and Golf is in like the same capstone project. So we are building like a community of people who are into Web3, NFT, AR, VR. Well, initially that was the original idea, right? With like the metaverse trend going, and now it's like the bubble that's like for now. So now we pivoted more towards like innovations, but we are still keeping like the NFT as well as like the Web3 aspects. Because we think that with this transition, whenever there's like a new technology, right, people will find ways to use it, but people who know how to use it will get ahead, and people who are like maybe slower to adopt it will need more assistance. So we are trying to like bridging the gap here for businesses as well as like for like the normal people. So the way we work is we work with corporates as well as like businesses, sourcing talent in this kind of area, as well as like hosting events, and where corporates and people could like submit challenges that they face in the field, and we will try to like help them bridge the gap, you know, whether it's like talent sourcing, whether it's like entrepreneurship program, workshops. So this is how we do, and partnerships, yeah, definitely. So around these three areas. Yeah. You have anything else would you like to add, Gal?
Excellent, Jerry. No need.
Great.
Gal, you so like copy paste.
Copy paste, yes.
But yeah, definitely. So yeah, these are kind of like the thing that we do. But yeah, we plan to expand more, definitely. We also try to connect to like NFTs communities from in Thailand and as well as abroad, in Singapore, as well as like in other countries that we have present. So yeah, that's our milestone at the moment. But regarding my job is nothing related at all, I think, because I'm more towards like climate and how to use like technology to help like the climate, whether it's like crypto, and whether it's like using blockchain, or doesn't have to be blockchain, but like let's say like how to make like new material that uses less carbon and reduces heat in buildings and all those stuff. So yeah, it's a different story, I would say. Yeah.
So then you become like the zero carbon Jerry.
Yeah, kinda. a change from like the VC to startups. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, and it's very interesting that the project you do in our program, the TCI, you really kick off and make it a real business project that you're really doing it now, and you have like the future plan. So Golf, can you add up a bit, because you have like coming up event going on in the future? Can you like tell us a little bit of a teaser about it, please?
Or actually, after we graduate, our team is a one team that we spin off the capstone project to the real business for right now. Jerry, I think we have more than 5 potential clients, and we work on with 2 high potential clients to do like actually we cannot tell the project here.
Just like a teaser only, like
yes
to be continued.
And maybe you will see our project launch about the August or September this year about the AI.
Wow.
AI
something like that.
in different industries. How to utilize like AI to really help like people in different industries, as well as possibly another one which about AI as well, but we will not spoil that now.
Okay. We will update it. We will get update from you in the near future for sure. Okay, so now let's jump to Min and Kun Mei. So start with Min. Kun Min. So learning here at the TCI program, can you tell people who's interested or are looking for a master degree program and maybe they want to change their career path? Can you share from your side that how TCI also changed you or giving you more knowledge, and what benefit would it be to study at TCI, please?
Okay. At first, I thought you're gonna ask about the project. I'm very ready to throw it to Kun Mei.
Okay. You guys are from the same project as well, right? Okay, so take two. Come back to you guys are from the project V, the virtual influencer, right?
Yeah, we from the same project.
Okay, can you tell us about it, because it's both the mixture of technology and creativity?
Okay, so the project is about creating a virtual 3D character, and we want to make them up. I would say like them because it kind of like gender neutral. Okay, to be like influencer, and that's it require a lot of things from the technology part at first, like how we could like using the 3D application like Unity and other things like the rigging software and others to make the character be movable and be able to like interact with the thing that we want, putting him in the places. That is the first part, is about the technology part, and the creativity come when we about designing the content, which kind of content would we like the Nong Peach, our character, to do, which content would attract to like the audience that we design. So it's like derived from the research and a lot of analysis in order to define our segment and come up with the content and creative strategy to approach the audience. I think that is like the overview that I could think of. Maybe Kun Mei could add.
Yeah, Kun Mei, can you tell us more about Project B?
I would say like in terms of the member of Project V, we didn't have a tech guy at all. So we all had maybe only business and like creative people in the team. So like the problem was that how can we even like animate the character and like rig like psychedelic, like like animate it, like how
Skeleton.
But we had to like adapt in several ways to make it possible. We use AI as well. We use like the knowledge that we learned in the class, like Unity, even though it was just like one semester, but we survive anyway. We use like, what is it called, like Maximo, like the free like animate website, that thing. So like we did everything that we
Mixamo.
Yeah, Mixamo, that
Mixamo.
thing. Yeah, so I think it was fun for me as someone who has never like animate like the character before, but we finally did it somehow. Yep.
Okay, right. Yeah. So first of all, I'm sorry, I forgot that you guys are from the same project as well.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, last question. Finally, please like tell us the benefit, or just share from your experience, like about the TCI and what it will benefit the person who interested in looking forward to a master degree program and to expand their knowledge in creativity or business or technology. Back to golf. Let's start with golf this time.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I reflect the thing that I got from TCI after graduate. It's just a precious moment in my life to work more than 15 hours per day to work in hierarchy and do a capstone project, because we always pashum every day. And the key skill that I got from the TCI is prioritize, because we have a lot of tasks every day. And another thing is about the time management. So for the new TCI, for the next batch, you will work with the people from the different industry, and they have a specific talent. And for an academic, you will understand the technology behind the scene like me, because before I don't know much about the technologies. So for after graduate, I understand more about technology behind the scene to use in your business or for your life. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, Gop. You did well. Okay, Jerry, you have your turn.
Well, I think for me, from a person who came from like a kind of like the CVC kind of like background, So I worked with startup before, so my knowledge is in like IoT, kind of like those areas as well as business. I think this is like so new. Like I never imagined myself to learn to come in and like learn how to make movies, as well as like drawing, like stickman, doing design of UI UX. Like normally we were on the other side of like reviewing it for like the startups, but now it's really helps. Like when I see certain design like UI UX design, now it really helps me in like pinpointing what's good and what is bad. Those are like the key areas that I think help a lot, improving the technical skills, as well as like it also improve your like knowledge of technology in general. Like previously I'm not like that huge of a fan for like the metaverse or Web3 or like all this new kind of like technology or even AI. It's part of my job. I take it as part of my job. But coming here to see not only like from the course itself, but you get to meet people who are also very passionate about these topics, and you get to learn a lot from your peers from different industries. So each one who come here has their own like expertise, has their own specialty. That's why they got accepted here. So I think that's a good way of like learning, learning from peers. I think is a lot. It's a valuable experience that you can find. It's not just about like learning by yourself with like with like instructors. So I would say having found like peers here where I can start business with, or founders, I think that's really like one of the most valuable things from my heart.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much. God, you're so fake, like with all the emoji thing. It doesn't seem sincere at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, God, as well. Okay. Now, Kun Min, Piyamin. So, can you tell us about the experience and the benefit you got from learning in this program, TCI?
I think the experience would say like it's been quite a fun, right? I think just like meeting Kun Jerry, Kun Golf, and Kun May is more than enough. Like attending this class.
Okay.
Just kidding. I just
Why? Okay. Tell us more.
So I think the very very key benefit for me is like you said before, it's about the multidisciplinary thing. like as Kun Jerry said, we got to meet like a lot of people from different background, from like the art thing, like and the tech thing and business thing, like come together. I never imagined that I will have a chance to like sitting in a class and doing it. That I think with someone likeพี่ Mac, like
Mac Jemana, right?
Yeah, something like that. Very famous singer. Like when I talk to people like I study with Kun Mac, they would ask me, what kind of class are you learning? Why there's like a singer? Why you in there? How would it benefit you? It's like quite a common question that I got asked like a lot from my friend actually. So I would say that it's really opened my eye in the term that how people think and feel and do things. And in our context, when it comes to like nowadays, we have to be like customer centric and we have to give a lot like empathy to people. With the framework like design thinking or the lean startup, everything is really focused on the customer. And this channel like at CTI for giving me an opportunity to meeting with all those people and gave me like a lot more understanding toward people. I think this is like kind of the basic thing that really make me be able to approach with other people. I think my skill is like the stakeholder management, talking with people across function, talking with the creative team, talking with the graphic team become much more better when I learn things at TCI.
Okay, thank you ครับ Benjamin. Thank you so much. Now our last lady, Kun May, can you share about us like your impression or benefit in study at the TCI, please?
Yeah, so I think I agree with what everyone have just said about like meeting new people from different industries, and also for me it's the same. Like I was also like immersed in like the how would I say like dynamic and also innovative learning environment surrounded by like-minded individuals who also share a passion, even though it's like different in like technology or creative or business. Like everyone came from different industries, but the coursework was designed to be hands-on, practical, and also like tailored to the demands of like each project. So which I think that is how everyone could come and then like they get to work together. And I think it's not about just technical knowledge about this program. Like this master program also emphasize on like critical skills like problem solving and like collaborations and like innovation, partnering. Like I don't know, I just like that. When I team up with my friend, I had like the chance to like brainstorm and like create a new project and see if like our idea work or not. Like you get a chance to like test it and see where it could go. Like like this hands-on experience also gave me the confidence and practical knowledge of like how like know-how needed to excel in my career as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kun May, and actually thank you to everyone like Kun Jerry, Kun Min, Kun Gov, and Kun May. You're the great alumni of TCI program. Really, you are the great, and especially from the business part. Thank you for sharing us. Next week we are having like from the technology alumni, the part from technology to talk with us. But if anyone who's watching right now, our live or even our rerun on the YouTube channel, if you're interested in the technology and creative innovation program, TCI from CMKL University, you can just search on Google that CMKL University and go for the TCI program, or you can just, go to our website like cmkluniversity.ac.th. So today, thank you everyone, and hope you guys have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. ขอบคุณครับ
Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.